Okay, take two. We're in the DA62, we're at Ardmore, and we're just going to do a quick IFR flight down to Hamilton, the VORD me 18 left. So we've done the pre-flight, everything's good. Let's close the hatch. Locked. Pre-flight's done. Let's start her up. They should be off. So battery master on. Okay, everything's looking good. We'll turn the FADEX on. Fuel pumps were left on. They shouldn't have been off, but we'll turn them back on. Okay, alternators are on. Let's turn the position strobe light on. Fuel selectors on. Shut those. Swimming pumps, they're off. Okay, clear right. Clear left. Okay, all pressure. Avionics. Peter heat. Select enter there. Now, I'm actually not going to use. Actually, how can I deselect that? Actually, I don't want to use the G1000 at all. I'm just going to use raw data. I guess I can just drop the range right down. Okay, I'll just leave it there. Okay. So, we're going to intercept the Auckland 133 radial. So, Auckland VOR is on nav, and we'll select 14.8. Bring that across to the active. Whoops. Okay, I guess I go here. Number 2, I'll select Hamilton VOR, that's 14.0. Bring that across to the active. Not picking it up yet, so it's fine. Okay, so let's do the test here. Good enough for me. Okay, that's set. Alternators are on. De-ice not required. It's off. Off. Okay, fuel pumps will turn you off for now. That's on, that's on. Peter heat's on. Down 3 greens. Let's go take off flap. It's all set. ELT is set. QNH is 1026, I believe. Okay, that's set, and we need to select CDI, and we are looking for the 133 radial to Hamilton. That's from Auckland VOR. Okay, that's it. Auckland VOR is tune identified on nav1. Hamilton's on tune not yet identified on nav2. Green needles, that's fine. What do we want here? Wind option 2, yep. Hectopascals, yes. We probably do want some bearings actually, so let's go back to PDF. Bearing 1, bearing 2, back transponder. I'm just going to set altitude and code, we'll set 2000. Okay, very good. Yep, okay. PDF set, elevation's good, 1026. Altitude we want, let's go down at 6,000 feet. Where's the altitude? There it is. 6,000 set. Oh, we don't want you, I'll get rid of you. Okay, what else can I set? Nav, multifunction display, yeah, we'll just, there you go, we'll just select the engine page, that'll take care of that. Okay, what else can I set? Trim, that works, that's set for takeoff. Right, trim set. Auxiliary pumps, I'm not sure what we do with these, but we'll just keep them off. And which way am I going to turn to get out of here? I'll turn right, I think. Right. Good to go. Alright. Oh. Okay. Right, it's set to, it's not to my thrust throttle, it's my desktop pilot throttle. Okay, good to know. Okay, park brake is off. Maybe it's on. Okay. Okay, we're going to take off from at 2-1. Ardmore traffic, Charlie Mike Delta is taxiing from Ardmore to runway 21 Ardmore. Well, it's a beautiful evening in Ardmore. Auckland in general. Bit of a high pressure system over the, well, pretty much over the country actually, all the North Island, so it's very nice. As the oil temperature's coming up into the green very shortly. Right, prior to rotation we'll stop on the runway for any non-normal indications at or after rotation speed. With an engine failure, we'll just carry out our immediate actions, maintain control of the aircraft, climb to a minimum of 500 feet, and then we'll push over and accelerate and clean up, and we'll come back in for 2-1, climb to 1,000 feet. Right, turn the pumps on. Tanks. Oh well, it's, yeah, both on. Sufficient for flight. hatches and harnesses. Good to go. I should have set the heading for departure. I'll see if we can. So runway heading initially, and then it'll be a 30-degree intercept to intercept the 133. Climbing 6,000 feet, which is set. Okay, right turn. Oh, I'll go right on the runway that's not used anymore. So right turn and then left papa. Right, looks like the old temperature has come into the green range. Airborne traffic, Charlie Mike Delta is lining up, departing runway 21, will be departing to the southwest, climbing 6,000 Ardmore. Okay, should turn the taxi light on, we'll turn the land lights on, transponders on, strobe lights are on, all set to go. Wind's up, wind's pretty light. Oh, what a beautiful evening. Actually, I wonder if I can change my throttle over to my Thrustmaster, because I haven't really configured for that. So let's try and do that. Bucket brake set. Right. Let's see. What do we want? Joystick. Actually, manage profiles. We're in the DA62, which is, where are you? DA62, which is triple, okay. Okay, so that's fine. Let's see if it's even plugged in. Maybe it's not even plugged in, which it's not. No, okay. That's why. There's always a reason. Okay. Alright, we're back in business. Let's see if the flap works. Yep, they work. Okay, that's good. That toga button. It's not working. How about there? Yep. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, let's sync the heading. Where is my heading. So we got heading armed roll, flight director, which is in takeoff. Okay, and where's flight? We'll change down the bottom there. We'll get that airborne. Okay, very good. Okay, I think we're all set. Park brake off. There we go. Full power. And we have full power, 100%. In the green. Airspeed's alive. Rotate. Buzzer climb. Gear up. I'm going to trim forward a bit. Okay, that is good. Let's go flight level change. And let's get the autopilot in. And we'll select heading mode. Well, select heading mode. Okay, so we've got heading, flight level change, autopilot. Okay, let's accelerate now. Go 110 knots. Flap up. And let's go for a 30-degree intercept. And we'll bring it back to 90. Very nice. Well, sun setting. So Auckland's basically just behind the right wing. Okay, so the RMI needle 1 is on Auckland, and RMI needle number 2 is on Hamilton, which should be, yes, identified. Okay, after takeoff checks, pumps, they are off. Power set, gears up, flap up. Let's do a bit more of a cruise climb. $120. Tell you what, let's bring it back to 80% for the climb, since we're we're just climbing to 6,000 feet, so we've got plenty of time. Not much wind up here, pretty much on the nose, 8 knots. save that as a view. Okay, here's the needle. CDI is starting to move in. So I'll just bring the heading bug around. $1,000 to go. Looks like the wind will be slightly from the right of track, so we'll allow a little bit of drift based on that. You can see down the bottom of the CDI or the HSI, Auckland's 13.5 miles, Hamilton just under 43. So at 25 miles of Auckland, we'll swap over to Hamilton VOR. Okay, so we'll set the heading bug there and we'll see how that goes with regards to maintaining track. Auckland, Hamilton. We'll set up Hamilton in the standby for nav1. There it is there. All ready to go. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, power, how's the power going? Accelerating, leveled off. Just for noise, we'll bring it back to 70. $71 is close enough. Okay, so we just need to come left just slightly. Right, we can turn the landing lights, taxi lights off. Inside airspace now. Yep, understood. Okay, left a little bit more. Now, of course, I could use nav mode, but I just want to stay on heading and just practice flying the CDI with heading mode. Left a little bit more. Right, coming up 20 miles Auckland, 37 Hamilton. Okay, so we're looking at the VYD Zulu 18 left to Hamilton. That's on 13.2. It's effective. So we're tracking 133 radial. Inbound course is 175. So we'll be coming in basically here. So it'll be a left-hand turn for a right-hand arc at 12 miles, 12 DME. Not below 3,000 feet on the arc, and then established inbound 3,000 feet is the minimum, and 8.3 Hamilton will pick up the 3-degree profile. We'll do that in vert speed. So we'll be in heading vert speed mode for the approach, and there's some distances based on the Hamilton DME and altitudes that we'll check on the way down to make sure we're flying the 3-degree path. Down to an MDA of 520, so 570. Add 50 feet to that as a buffer. I've got the required viz. Now I don't have any Hamilton weather, unfortunately, so we'll just keep the Auckland, the Ardmore QNH 1026 and hope for the best. Should be visual down there, but yeah, there's a big high over the country, so the gradient's not, it's very slack, so the QNH should be 1026 in Hamilton. Close enough anyway. Okay, so yeah, left hand turn, 12 DME arc, not below 3, inbound 175. Okay, let's come back to the right on the heading. Set up a little bit of drift now. And we'll just pop you over here on my multifunction display down the bottom, which you can't see. Right. That's close enough. Let's bring you across. Okay, Hamilton, 30 miles out. Slight turn to the right, just a little bit more. Where's Huntley? Huntley's down here. Right, we've got 3,000 feet to lose. 3 3s are 9. We'll just say it's 10 plus 12-mile arc, 22 miles. So 22 miles will start our descent, which is coming up very shortly. And our ground speed is 150. So to maintain a 3-degree path, our rate of descent required with 150 knot ground speed will be 750 feet per minute. I just add a 0 to the ground speed and then halve it, and that's my required rate of descent. So 149, 150, 1500, add a 0, half of that is 750. Okay, 26 miles Hamilton. Okay, need to come back on the heading bug just a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, so let's set 3,000 feet. I've got G1000 hardware, so that's how I'm making the changes right now. A little bit more to the left. Okay. Vert speed 700, so we'll just do 800 down. So we've got vert speed 800 down, else, and I'll just bring the power back just a little bit. Now as we go faster we'll need less drift, so I'll just bring the heading back to the right just a little bit. And just ever so slightly right, of course. State Highway 1 ahead of us, bit of traffic on the road, and you can see the Waikato River just off the nose to the right. Okay, so I'm going to select this so it's easier to see. So just bring that there. And I'll take the ownership position off so I'm not cheating. Right, 18 miles, so again, what's our ground speed? Our ground speed's 158, so say it's 1.6 or 160, so add a decimal point after the 1, so 1.6 miles prior to 12 DME, so it's 13.6 DME, we'll start the left turn. 13.6 left turn, and it'll be 90 degrees, so it'll be a left turn heading 045 basically. Okay, coming up on 1,000 for 3. So 13.6 left turn 045. Could probably reduce my rate of descent. I didn't need to be at 3,000 on the arc. I could have been, you know, I could join the arc at 4,000 or 5,000. So I probably did descend a little bit too early on that. That's okay. Okay, 14.3 miles. Ground speed still, okay, 1.5, 13.5, we'll left turn, which is coming up. It's all going to pretty much happen at the same time as we level out and turn. Okay, here we go. We'll do 050. 050, leveling at 3. We'll start the slowdown, 120 knots. And the inbound course will be 175, setting that. I'll tell you what, it's so good having hardware. Right, that's set, inbound course set. Okay, so we're a little bit far out, so we'll just keep the turn coming to the right. We're at 12.6. So now we're just outside the 12 miles, so the arc is 12 miles, we're at 12.5, so that's, yeah, that's okay. So we'll just keep the turn coming to the right. It's a right-hand arc, remember, 12 DME. So we'll just maintain that, and you can use the RMI needles, which are pointing towards Hamilton, and the lead-in radial for this approach is, what is it? can't actually see it. Oh, we'll lead in about 5 degrees prior. Okay, so this is 12.2. $130 knots. Okay, and you can see we maintained 3,000 feet until 8.3. Established inbound 8.3. Then we start our descent. Okay, I'll just make a cut to the right to maintain the arc 12 miles. Okay, so now I'll make a more aggressive cut because we're getting very close to the inbound. There's the needle starting to move. Okay, so I'll make a 30-degree intercept. 45. Here's a CDI starting to move in. And now we're waiting for established inbound 8.3 miles Hamilton. We can start our descent. So I'll just leave the heading there so we can get on the establish on the inbound course 175. And the wind's slightly from our right, so it's kind of like pushing us onto our track as well. So it's not very strong though. We are quite slow. So we're at 10.3 miles coming up, so it's still okay. It's probably a little bit too soon turning inbound, so I could have probably held off for a little bit longer. I might just come to the left just to make more of a cut. Okay, I'm just going to set 600 for now. And remember, we're waiting for 8.3. Okay, I can start my turn to the right as we intercept our final inbound course, which is looking good, and is 8.9. It's okay, I'll just leave the power where it is, 123 knots, it's fine. I'll just set the heading back there because there's not much wind at all. And there's 8.3, so let's go vert speed and nose down, and our ground speed is, we'll just set 600 for now. I'll bring the power back. And at 7 miles, we look on the chart, 2580. I'm just going to stay clean as well. So 7 miles, what did I say? 7 miles, 2580. Come back on the heading to the left a little bit. 2580, 7 miles, so a little bit high, so I'll just keep it coming down. Nose down, 700. Okay, I'm just going to drop the gear. Bring on the power. Okay, in fact, I'm just going to set 0 feet. Okay, 6 miles. We passed 6 miles. Yeah, 6 miles is 2200 and 6 miles is 2260. So a little low, so I'll come back, reduce the rate of descent, nose up. 1 notch of flap. a little bit more power, come back to the right on the heading. 5 miles, we're looking for 1940, a little bit more right on the heading. 5 miles, 1940, okay, coming up on the vert speed, so 500 feet. I'm just going to keep at takeoff flap. So I'm not going to set any more flap for landing until we're short of landing. Right, 4 miles. We want 1620. Left on the heading. Okay, so we're just a tad low. So I'm going to bring it up again. Come back to the left even more. I'm not even looking out the front, I'm just looking at my PFD. Okay, bring it back to the right because it's getting quite sensitive now. Okay, 3 miles. 1310. Slightly left. 3 miles. 1310, so still a little bit low, so up again on the vert speed, reducing it to 300 feet down. A little bit more power. Okay, and the last check will be 3 miles, 1310, yeah, so we're about 100 feet low. Alright, so we'll just go up again on the vert speed, to the right on the heading. Remember, it's very sensitive now. 2 miles, we'll do our final check, 2 miles, 990 feet. Okay, I'm just going to keep it coming down. 2 miles, 9, keep it coming down again. I can see 2 miles, probably about 100 feet high. Yep, so keep it coming down. Okay, that's good enough for me, so I'll go back to that mode. I'll get rid of you, we'll save a visual. And we'll disengage the autopilot. Turn the flight directors off. And we'll take our final stage of flap. And I'll come back to the left. Just to zoom in a little bit. Got gear down, flap full, land checks complete. Now there is a crane off to my right there, so I've got to make sure I avoid that. It's not there in real life, I don't know why it's there, and anyway, it's only 500. It is what it is. Alright, don't hit the crane, don't hit the radar dome. Displace threshold. Oh, I love the bird over the runway in the PFD. It is so handy. You can see exactly where you're going to touch down. Okay, I'll just bring the power back a little bit fast.
100.
Okay, back to idle. Pitching. Flare. And we're down. Release the back pressure. And we'll just coast on down here. I'll raise the flaps. And we'll just save the brakes. Just coast down here just a little bit more. Okay, a little bit of back pressure as I apply brakes. And we'll do a 180. Welcome to Hamilton. taxi and landing light. Oh well. Okay. So we'll just come up here and vacate to the right. We didn't do much in the way of checks. That's okay. Fuel pumps are off because I never turn those on. Turn the pitot heat off. And we'll do a right turn here to the gate. Oh, police are waiting for us. Lovely. Okay, we'll just go to the right here. Get out of the way just in case someone else comes in. And strobe off, taxi off. Lovely. Alright, parking brake set. Pitot heat off. Strobe, taxi, landing lights are off. We'll turn the avionics off.
Finish for today, but the other boys will be back morning or afternoon to take the boxing.
Oh, to take the boxing off. Okay, yeah.
He said he found the pegs and put them back in.
Oh, isn't that nice? Shut them down. And yep. Okay.
The pegs?
Yep.
Based on that?
Yeah, because they accidentally took them. Okay. Right, shut down. So we have engine shut down. Electrics off. Close. Open U. Shut off. That's fine. And yeah, that's it. Adios.